Okay, cool. Welcome back once again. We're joined with Gustavius for a bit more logging madness. Um, see, we've done, oh, geez, more than half of this. We've only got, I think I said 13 rows of trees to go. In between the last episode and this one, I've harvested all my field, so that's all just sitting in the silo waiting to sell. I've got 2 tractors doing the ploughing, because a lot of my fields actually need ploughing. So yeah, I think we're good to go. Hey.
Rightio.
So this should be a...
Let me turn the chipper back on.
Oh, sweet as, 10-4 rubber ducky.
Roger that. Roger.
Alright, I'll bring up the... oh, yep, there we go. Now this actually worked really well, last time we did this. I don't think I was ever like, oh, fucking tree, fucking blah, blah, as we're doing today, like last time.
It's only taken us, what, 3 or 4 episodes to learn how
Yeah.
to harvest.
Yeah.
Not for the faint-hearted. Then again.
I think this actually works really well. It's really fast and it's not frustrating like the other methods we've tried. I suppose you know we won't know until we try things like that. It's hard to.
That's it.
It's hard to know. See, once I sort of get the hang of using this thing, it's actually really good. So it's just, whoops, sort of spit in there like a big sausage.
It's going to take a couple of minutes to get the hang of it again.
Yeah, that's cool.
Don't look at me.
That's alright. I'm fixated on my logs. I'm concentrating on this tree.
And you do that, and I'll just kind of God knows what I'm doing actually. Trying to relearn all my controls.
Oh, yeah.
That's better.
Well, I guess like some of these machines, they're sort of counterintuitive to use. Like you think, certain buttons or keys would like move them this way and that, but yeah, they're not.
Well, I'm using a controller, so it's even worse.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I can't see. I have to relearn all my bits. Nah, I'm fucking that up in a serious fashion.
I'll just jump out and chuck these ones in. Okay.
Oops. Nah.
Nearly.
God damn it.
Oh, that duck lock's getting stuck there, right? I've had a few logs getting stuck there.
Yeah.
So you want to sort of juggle this too. Oh, there we go.
Ah.
Oh, nice. Yep, it's rolling in. Nice.
Oh, shit.
Cool.
Alright.
Cool.
We're in business.
Nice. Alright then, we're going to carry on doing this for a while, and I'll bring you back, I guess when we make some progress, or when we have to call it or something for an update, so cool, see you soon. Okay, cool, welcome back. Yeah, that was pretty productive, We did, I don't know, I'm guessing about 10 rows of these trees, so there's only like another, how many is that left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more rows left, which is cool. There's only a tiny bit of this forest left to go. Harvest income for today, remember I've sold nothing else, 258,000, and that's just from these trees.
Hey.
So that's pretty good actually. But yeah, mind you, on the flip side, it's pretty fiddly to do, but it can be quite lucrative, I think. Yeah, see from down there, how much is left to go? Like we're almost at that shed. It's like just down there.
I'm disappointed I can't run backwards. Sorry.
Oh no! Oh, that's not cricket. Oh no.
That's lame.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was productive.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a lot faster now. We've sort of got our rhythm of our process done. So it's you're starting to really get the hang of using these machines now. So it's quite quick. We just cut the tree, drive back a bit, swing around, chuck it in the wood chipper, and then keep repeating that. And I think it was about 3.5 or 4 trees per trailer load. I will do the maths one day and figure out exactly how much we got per tree and all that. But I think that's fucking awesome, mate. It's a lot of money, a lot of time saved, doing it this way. So yeah, I'm pretty chuffed. So I'm going to jump out again. When we come back, I think we'll probably be almost at the end of this big stripe of trees, which has been a source of frustration down at that end when we kind of fucked it up and sort of goofed around and didn't quite have a good plan on how we could fix it, how we could harvest all this. But I think we're on to a good thing here.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool. We'll jump out and we'll jump back in soon. Hey, welcome back. Oh, geez, look, there's the last row of trees after doing fucking 400 or something already. Now this was actually really quick. Oh, look, we figured. I guess we spent probably 3 hours doing that first fucking 4 rows or something, and then once we had this setup sorted out with these 2 harvesters, the chipper, the truck, and the heating plant, it was really fast. Look, by the time we got into the flow, a couple of trees in there, drive it down, and repeat almost ad nauseum. So this was a really cool way to get all this out of the way. Now the harvest income so far is actually really high for today. Let's have a quick look. 556,000, but downside is the leasing costs are over 200,000, but still that does include the 3 hours or so we're kind of fucking around at the other end and getting a rhythm together. So yeah, we thought we'd jump in, finish this off, and then Gustavius had a really cunning plan about making even more money from trees. So,
Gonna pimp those trees out.
Oh yeah, damn straight. So we must all jump in and finish this final last row of trees. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left.
We must be doing something right. There's a big stream of traffic checking us out.
Oh yeah.
Or something wrong.
Yeah. Not just that one dodgy dude in his car sitting there spying at us anymore.
Spanking the bacon. Everyone else is like trying to get by.
Oh, geez. Pretty dodgy old town this,
Could have waited till you got home before you got your new fucking porn subscription kicked in.
Jeez, I'll see. Just all these other cars are reading over his shoulder.
Yeah.
What are you reading?
I blame large screen cell phones these days. All right, let's get into it.
Right.
Woohoo! Crank this sucker up. We'll just drag. You're happy with it there, eh? We'll just drag it in.
Yeah. That'll be good.
No point getting too fiddly for 5 trees, or however much it is. Trying to start my engine, but
Yeah, I'm so glad this is just about done. I've been dreading doing this for a long time, and finally the last few trees. And I'm going to plant some more. No, I'll probably won't plant them quite like this next time, because Steve just had a bloody cunning plan about them, which we'll get to after we get rid of these last few. We'll keep you in suspense.
Hey, don't cross the streams, bro.
It'll probably be full after yours, so I'll jump out and I'll get ready to take the truck down, I guess.
Yeah, it was pretty full when we started. So.
Oh yeah, it's full now.
Oh yeah, cool.
I suppose one good thing about having that line of traffic stuck there isn't a car driving past looking on trying to, turn the truck in here like usual.
Oh yeah, true.
So
yeah, they got pretty bad timing, those country folk.
Also.
Every time we want to use the road for convoy action.
I suppose I could turn traffic off, but nah, I kind of like having traffic. It makes it
The
makes
chipper
it seem
just
alive.
spat a piece of wood at me.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, didn't like it.
Now, for some reason, the first trailer load, like when we jump out and jump back in again to do this, is 15,000, and all the ones after that are 9,000. I don't know why. Surely, no, it can't have been overfilled, surely.
Saturate the market, I reckon.
Yeah, oh, jeez.
Because it does say in the tutorials that every harvest material, well, whatever you call it, fruit or type of item does have the market does get affected. But for some reason, I think raw logs aren't quite the same. Oh man.
Maybe it'd like add too much like fiddly maths to it though if they applied that to the logs as well. Although they probably should, but it's kind of cool that it all sort of stays the same price.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I could have gone a bit lower with that one. But...
Oops. Uh-oh, log jam.
Oh no.
Come on, you baby, you can do it. Thanks, bro. What's your head, mate?
Alright, sweet as, I've got my helmet on. Do I? No, I probably don't actually. I don't have a chainsaw in my hand.
Get people commenting, these guys are reckless. Virtual occupational health and safety still counts. Oh no, ultimate log jam now.
Okay, yeah, I'll jump out again. It'd be quite funny if they actually brought and like play your injuries and stuff to this game as well, because fuck, my character would be 10.8.
Yeah.
Like used to playing survival games where like if I jumped off that thing there's a possibility I could break my leg, you know?
Yeah.
Or get killed by a falling tree or something, you know, but
Yep.
I'm glad that's not a mechanic in the game. It'd be cool if it would get added, but you know.
I reckon it'd make it pretty hard.
Yeah.
You have to definitely spend a bit more time being considerate about these sorts of things.
Yeah. And driving carefully too. Like, pop through
And
the wall
driving's
screen.
frustrating enough as it is.
Oh yeah.
Whee!
Yeah, I think, you know, now we've got the hang of using these things, it was really fast, to do those last couple hundred trees.
I think so, yeah. I mean, muscle memory is built in, all caught up, and
Yep. Yeah, sod doing this by hand or loading it in with like a log fork or something, I think this is the best way. Sort of cuts out the middleman a bit, which is cool.
I mean, it depends how. If you had like another person or two people helping, so if you had someone driving the trucks backwards and forwards, and you could load a trailer while they're delivering a trailer, sort of thing.
Yep.
My goodness. Alright.
But yeah, if we had you know, a bit more practice and muscle memory to that's probably full though. Yeah, a bit more practice and muscle memory to use like the log fork and something.
I'll let you do the last tree, bro.
Okay, yep. Yeah, lost some train of thought there. Oh yeah. If we had like this sort of level of muscle memory for the log fork and that, I think I'd probably rather sell them as logs.
Absolutely.
But I think this is easier, you know. There's a lot less fiddling around.
Oh,
Is...
oh no! I just warped out of the truck at full speed into a tractor somewhere. Oh, not close enough. God, I hope so.
Careful you dump that load.
I don't know if we showed the viewers that part, did we?
Oh no. Because we're on the be right back. Kind of fluffing around getting that back on.
And I dumped an entire trail load off to the side.
Yeah, whoops.
Spent 3 hours picking it up again.
That's all good. See, and that one was 11,000, that trailer load. This one will probably go down to 9,000. Oh, actually, no, it won't be a full load. But I wonder how that reflects on the like the wood chip price. If it's rough, I think it's roughly half for the wood chips. Or half of the sawmill price when you sell them in
Oh yeah.
I guess down to a minimum of 150, because when I did this whole big field here with poplars, the lowest I would go was 150 per 1,000 litres,
See.
Yeah. I might look into the forums and stuff and see exactly how this works, like how the prices compare and all that, because it does seem a bit weird it's done that way.
Yeah.
But I guess there should really be a penalty if you're not going to drive them down to the the sawmill like every time you have a trailer load.
Yeah, I agree.
So I guess convenience costs money, as most sort of game mechanics do.
Well, in life too,
Yep.
Disclaimer, I do have a life.
I don't. Disclaimer. Oh, everyone knows that. The fuck, he's still playing video games. Fuck you, that's a last tree. Last tree.
Sweet, bro. Well done.
Nice. That took bloody ages. Actually, this last... more than 3/4 of this forest was actually really fast. Or comparatively fast. So it took us probably a good couple of hours just to do that stripe of trees like alongside that field there. And that was probably only, I don't know, 12 or 14 trees or something, because we were trying to pick them up with the log fork and then try to feed different chippers and, I guess we're still kind of ironing out the logistical...
The other side of the road.
Yeah.
Right,
it's all these trees done. Nice. A bit of collateral. Let's do it. Oh, spit that log out again.
Yeah, it doesn't like it.
There you go. Right, then turn this noisy bastard off now. Just last little bit to spit into the trailer. Right, I'll take this very last trailer load down.
Cool, man.
And get set up for the next stage.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think the hardest part's going to be waiting for the trees to grow.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's enough room to run 2 harvesters. I think it would just be a little bit too clumsy.
Oh, right.
But you'd probably, because of the closed-in nature of what you're doing, you probably want someone on the stumper anyway. Probably just clearing them.
Yep.
Because it'll be pretty... Oh, lucky last stump.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so 589,000 just from wood chips. From those, and that's all I've done today in here. I haven't done any other harvesting, or like they haven't sold any other wood or anything today. But mind you, like the leasing costs are 203,000, but that also includes, I think, doing this first little bit. Actually, no. There's a few episodes in between that, so that's just doing, I guess, what, 3/4 of, 4/5 of this field, I guess.
So, do you want to reset the harvesters or drive them down?
Oh, yeah, we might as well reset them, mate, because it'll be quicker, and we'll need to take a tractor each down there, and the truck and the big trailer too. So I'll reset what we need down there.
So you can reset all the leased stuff.
Yep. Oh,
I'll do you want me to drive the skid steerer down, or are we going to reset that down there as well?
Probably won't need the skid steer loader, but we will need both of the green tractors.
For our plan, you don't want the skid steer for the stump rider?
Not just yet.
That's all right, because we're just going to be planting, aren't we?
Yep. Okay, I'll turn some of the options on so you can actually do stuff.
Cool.
There we go. I'll just save it there too.
So you just tell me what to do, bro.
Okay, cool. So we're going to need both green tractors down there, or you could probably just reset those actually.
Reset everything to the shop, and then.
Yep.
All right. I'll put the harvesters. I'll put these things back while you're resetting.
Okay, cool.
If I'm allowed to do that, see what it lets me.
Yep, you should be able to, I think. Okay, cool, welcome back. About half an hour later, we've achieved nothing. We've been sort of driving around in circles here, and Gustavius had a brilliant idea about installing a really handy mod, which actually puts these things automatically on the trailer, so I'm going to get one of those. It's on leaders straight. Nah, it needs a lot of straight things on it, doesn't it? Cool, let's buy that.
That's the puppy.
Ooh, that looks pretty swanky.
Was that the 8 meter or the 10 meter?
Pass. I'm not sure.
The biggest one, hopefully.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest one. Or 8 meters.
Is that it?
I think so. Or I'll get another one too. 8 meters. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's the biggest one. Now there's two. There's one that's a little bit more expensive. I'm not sure the difference, but
I think one's got a dolly and one doesn't. Sort of thing.
Okay. Oh, this one's actually 10 meters. I should have got that one.
Oh yeah.
That's alright. Yeah, we'll just buy it. So we can get this clown to work. It looks a little bit longer than 2 meters bigger, doesn't it? Okay, cool.
From memory, line up on the other side.
Oops.
Oh. So you work position, and then it just picks them up. Oh, you've got to set the Under your controls, you've got to set what you're picking up from bales or round bales or blah de blahs. So you got to turn that to pallets.
Yep, and it looks like I have to hold down the weak position, do I? Yeah, then I'll just pick them up. Now, weirdly, it's put that one in the middle there, look.
Yeah, it does that.
You can fasten tension belts. Can I? Oh, I'll probably
Try
have to.
Have I got all the one? Oh no, I'm still got. Oh. Try and get this lagger, the straggler on the side here.
Yep.
Sweet. Oh, you've still got that one on the tractor.
Oh, yeah, I'll jump out. Oh, you make my tractor out of the way so you can actually drive past it.
Should be alright.
Nice.
Sweet.
Nice. Some tension belts. Oh, I hope they stay on. Looks like the tension belts aren't actually at the bottom.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They do stay on.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I'm taking this corner at full speed anyway, regardless.
Well, at least they'll be easy enough to pick up again. Yeah.
And across this paddock. Whee! Whee! Oops, sorry, neighbour.
Eating into his college fund, eh?
Yeah.
Little Timmy's going to trade school instead.
I forget how fast this truck goes. I should hook my steering wheel up.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
Right. Where we drop these off, I do not know. I might just put them. Alright, this is going to be the weirdest thing ever.
Just get a good vantage point towards your backing skills. Oh, nice.
Oh, sort of. Fuck it. No, I'm going round again.
Yeah, I don't usually back my trailers. I'll just drive in a circle until I get to the right place.
Because you don't actually need to back them, because you can choose which side of the loaded trailer you want to unload from.
Okay. Oh, cool.
So I'll unload them on this side. Then you go work position, unload center. Yep, unload. Boop.
Nice. Okay, grab the other one.
Easy. Because it's kind of nice and out of the way there, eh?
Yeah.
I suppose I could have. Yeah, backing these dollies is a task in itself, isn't it?
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah.
Annoying fucking things. You bought these trailers, didn't you?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I can just plop those here. Oh, nice. Well, you know what? That's also going to speed up the editing process because I won't have to fucking edit unloading or loading trailers anymore. Cool. Nice.
Chuck it there.
Nice. Right. Go and, yeah, I suppose we can go and get some tree planters.
True that. Well, they might as well leave the truck there, eh? There's nothing else to bring. We've still got a tractor. Still got a tractor there?
Yeah, there should be another tractor there still.
Where is it? Oh, yeah, over there.
I'll tell you what, I'll lease those now so you can start bringing it down. There you go. I'll lease 2.
Oops.
Or did I actually buy that other one? Oh no, I just leased it. But sometimes you get a bit carried away with buying and leasing, and don't really pay attention which button I'm pressing.
Yeah. I might as well keep the front end loader on the sea.
Yeah.
Just in case you need to manipulate a pallet or something.
Yeah, sounds good.
I heard that.
Oh yeah. There's one of the neighbour's dogs that never shuts up after it starts, so the soundtrack of the fucking Hounds of the Baskerville also coming up soon. Yeah, that dog's a dick, man. Like the owners will go out like on the Friday or Saturday and they'll just leave it tied up in the backyard and it'll bark no shit from like about 6 at night until about fucking 5 in the morning and it just won't stop.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for the dog, but you know.
Yeah.
At the same time, I feel like I want to shoot it, you know. Shut up, you know. Shut up.
Is it a fairly big dog?
Oh, it's an Alsatian cross with something else. So
Oh, yeah.
it's a fairly sizable kind of horsey look dog, you know.
Yeah. Well, see, it's the track's there now. Might as well use it.
Yeah. Got a convenient road.
Should we do the footloose scene?
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh, you lost the
Damn
tractor chicken. Yeah. So your shoelace was tangled around the pedal.
I better lower my arm, otherwise I won't be getting past the bridge either.
Oh, yeah, true.
Oh, just going to cut the corner and try and make up time.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't get one of these trailers earlier.
Oh, look at you being all neat with your trailer up on the road.
Yeah.
Whee!
Look at yours all parked there on someone's pie.
We probably. Oh, okay. So maybe let's go and have a look.
Yep.
I'll load up the planter first.
Oh, can I jump up there?
Yeah, cool.
No. Oh, now I'm kind of stuck. It's not cricket. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Can I get up there? No. Get up there. Oh, yeah.
So what I reckon is you're going to need to plant them parallel to the shoreline and probably parallel to the building, so square it off and plant them running from the train track towards the building or away from the building, like offer it up, back it in and then offer it away in a perfectly sort of perpendicular way, because what that'll do is it'll create tight rows heading up that way, but it'll create a big enough gap in between each row to maybe drive your harvester up the gap that way. Because it plants the trees 3 meters apart or something like that anyway.
So it should be just enough room to sort of squeeze it in between the trees.
And I think because if you do it the other way, then you've got the rows are really tight parallel to the shoreline.
Right, yep.
Because otherwise you can't sort of, as you go back, you can't drive up and sort of drag them back. That makes sense. And then you end up with a massive row of stumps, effectively blocking the shore. That's in theory. I had a bit of a play on a test game, and I just cracked the shits and went mad with a chainsaw and chopped them all down. And it was like playing pickup sticks.
Oh yeah.
and then because what I was trying to do was a theory that could I chop them all down manually, clean all the dress all the branches off them, and then just use a machine to push them into the water.
Right.
But because they all fell in different angles, I could never fully clean them. And if you even just leave one branch,
Yeah.
you get $1,500. Whereas if you get it fully cleaned, you get $4,000. So.
Oh, true. Yeah.
So unless you can find a way to, this is rather than using a harvester, to fell them, you'd have to fell them inwards away from the lake.
Right. Yep.
In a neat line.
Yep.
Dress them, remove the stump, get them behind them, push them in with the machine. But you wouldn't have enough room to work. But that, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Kind of get my drift.
Yep.
So I reckon, driving the planter towards the shed or away from the shed, and probably starting further enough away from the water line so that you can get the harvester in.
Yep.
And to be able to offer it up, and then lift the arm up high enough so that when you aim the harvester at the lake,
Yep.
and when it spits the tree out the other end, that the tree doesn't touch the water.
Right.
Yeah, but we'll get to that bit when it comes, because I mean it's going to take a long time for these trees to grow anyway. So we might as well. A little bit of planning doesn't hurt.
Yeah. True. Yeah. Probably. Well, at least a game week, to grow a tree. Maybe even like a week and a half or something.
So probably it probably makes sense. You could probably run 2 harvesters at a time, but you could probably get away with just one.
Yeah.
So maybe one harvester doing this side, and then potentially we could do the same thing with the other side.
Yeah. There should be enough room on that side.
We've definitely got enough trees to do it.
Yeah. Probably went a bit overboard with the trees just quietly. Hey? With the pellets at least.
So yeah, if you do the same thing, running them, but there's less room on the side to do it. So I don't quite know whether you'd run them. Oh well, have a bit of a play. But anyway, maybe kick off the other side and
yeah, sounds good.
Take it from there.
Yeah, cool.
And then because they have to go in the water in front of these things here, eh?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be, you could do them like along the other shore, like ahead of these things here, and like sort of drag them back onto that empty space, like after those other trees have been cleared out. Eh? It could be a bit of a hassle, but I mean,
yeah,
could stick in another 4 or 5 rows or something in there. Although it would be fiddly to get the stump grinder in there, though. Eh?
Yep. But that actually makes sense, because if you've got the machine facing, say, this way, if you can see where I am, I'm on the other side of the lake now.
Yep. I see you. Yep.
You could probably do a line of trees this way as well, and if you've got enough space, then you're just reversing up with the tree, and then sort of offering the arm over, spitting it out. Take a little bit of, and you can't, if you get the harvester in the water, it craps out pretty quickly.
Oh no.
Because the motor's at the back.
Oh, of course.
So I did, when I was doing that, I did completely fuck up a harvester and had to reset it.
Oh no.
So there's got to be mindful of that as well.
Yeah. Cool. Oh yeah, we must well plant some trees.
Cool, let's do it. Get me a...
So you reckon a little bit of space between the water and the first line, eh? So I think you said earlier, like if a tiny bit of the tree touches the water, it just like sells the whole thing, doesn't it?
Yep.
Without the branches gone or anything. So.
And when I first did it, I even kind of, the first time I did it, I backed the planter into the water. Okay. So the first trees were actually growing in the water.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I reckon. So that just gives you definitely enough space to get the harvester. The harvester is gonna. I mean, the harvester's pretty nimble. Like it can handle this terrain.
Yep.
So even if you're a little bit in the water, like down here,
Right.
you
Right.
just want enough space to be able to grab the tree with the arm. So I reckon almost
Oops.
parallel or directly adjacent to the shed itself, where the shed starts, plant the first tree, sort of thing.
Okay. Okay. That sounds good.
And even if that first row gets a bit fucked up, you'll still get $1,500 for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I've done the first row. I actually started out a bit further than I meant to, but
Okay.
that's alright. Okay, cool. Yep. Yep. Do you want to plant a row or two?
Hard to see, with the grass there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a shame they don't have like little orange ties like around the bottom of them like normal trees do, you know, when they first plant them. So they don't drive into them. But
So that's your first row there. So I might even chuck another row in front of that, I reckon.
okay. Okay. Yeah, here's where the row starts where I'm standing.
Yeah.
See, I was sort of like perpendicular to the shed, but it's sort of on a funny angle way to the railway track, so it's a little bit misleading.
Yeah. I'll try and plant them parallel if I can see it. Actually, gonna have to start from down that end because otherwise you've got nowhere to turn around.
Yeah, true.
And luckily you can't damage the trees
Yeah, that's cool, isn't it?
by driving over them. So I reckon oops. Where's your tree line? Oh yeah, sort of up there. Probably I could be closer, but that's alright.
Yep, I think that'd be good. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, that's pretty parallel.
Doesn't turn too well.
No.
So the first couple of lines won't be as close as they could be, but that's alright.
Cool. Yo, that's the first two rows done. So I'll pause it here and I'll jump back like once we've probably either finished planting this or we've got an update. So cool. See you soon. Okay, cool. Welcome back. Yeah, after a bit of fiddling around, we've got all those trees planted apart from this very last pellet. We've got them actually pretty close to the water on this side down here. They go all the way down to the shore, almost to that little train station. And it's a shame they're quite hard to see, but there's probably 20 rows or maybe 15 rows this side of the chipper. Then they're like all over the air by the claw crane, by that other little train depot. Now they're all on this side too. A whole bunch down here too. So what we're figuring is we can just drive the harvester in, cut the trees down, and then as they're cutting from the harvester, we can just feed them straight into the water, or just push them into the water and earn a hell of a lot of money from that. But that's probably at least 20 pellets worth there. It's pretty bloody quick with that loader trailer, so I'll be keeping the bigger one of those. I'll trade it in, get rid of that other stupid one where we had to actually plop them on manually. So probably won't actually need a pellet fork or anything anymore either, which is good. So on a game week or two or so, these should be growing, and we'll chop them down and we'll earn a hell of a lot of money, I reckon. Oh, should be good.
Yep. Be rich, biatch.
Yeah, I reckon. Oh. I mean, like, pretty rich from just the woodchips here. Eh? That's 300,000. First time I've been over 500,000, which is good. So yeah, how many pellets it should actually say here? 680. How much are they per pellet? I think that's $80 or something. Oh, $40. So yeah, quite a few pellets. I'm not prepared to do the maths and work out exactly how many we planted. So yeah, it was heaps anyway. But yeah, cool. We'll leave it there, eh? Thanks for watching.